Okay, hello. This is part 2. So once you have this hand, two hand pieces and your two eyes, set them off in an area so that they can dry and do not touch them. Do not poke them like I did, because you will get paint on you, and then you will get it on your clothes, and then you will get it on the rest of your Ragnarok, and it will not come off. I know this from experience. So leave those pieces dry. Don't let anybody touch them. Yeah. The next part is, okay, step 4. You're going to be sewing the body together. Okay, so you're going to take your two pieces that are black. Let's cut them out. And you're going to sew along the edges. But don't sew right along them. Leave some room. So leave it that way. It'll just make things easier, just in case. Like, you don't want to go to a convention with him, and then all of a sudden he rips and his stuffing comes out, and it's just like he's bleeding, but it's not black blood, and yeah, you don't want him to break. So take your two pieces, put them together, sew them all along the edges, but leave some space, a good amount. And what you're gonna do is you're going to turn it inside out first so that you can't see the sewing seams, and then you're going to stuff it with your stuffing, and then you're going to sew them up. And by the end, I'm going to try to hide them. Your body should look like this in three-dimensional. Okay, no. Step number, I think this is 5, and this is the head. The head and the arms are the next parts. They're the hardest parts of Ragnarok. And after you're done these 2 parts, you are free. After that, it's home run. It's really easy. My hair is really bothering me. It's getting too long. Okay, so the head. You're gonna need a head piece, your X, and that's it for now. The eyes can wait because they're probably still drying. So let's start off with the X. Scissors. Okay, so you have your X. You only need one of these, and it should be white. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your material X. You're gonna find a corner, snip it a little bit, and then what you're gonna do is, doesn't like me today. You're gonna fold it down like this, sew it, and that'll give you a nice edge instead of a rough. Ah, Black Butler. Sorry, I have my YouTube favorites going on, play by themselves. Okay, there we go. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna sew it on. No, wait, no, not sew it on first, but you're gonna have these nice edges once you have it sewn, and you won't have that rough edge, and it won't fray or anything like that because it's sewn. Once you've done that, you're gonna pin it on your black headpiece. You're gonna sew it along the V shapes. You don't have to sew over here really, because it's gonna be sewn down later on. I personally wouldn't, just because in case you want to put some stuffing in there, like I obviously didn't, otherwise it would be puffing out a little bit. So that's basically about it for now. And what you're gonna do after that is, once you have it sewn on, pretend this pink X is the white X you've sewn on your black material. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the other half of that black head, stick them on there, sew around it, leave a little space, turn it inside out, stuff it, and then sew her up. And after that, you have the basic part of your head. Next, you're going to do the eyes, the squishy eyes. What you're gonna need for this is 2 pieces that are hopefully dry by now. If not, leave them. As you can tell, I got some fabric paint on this because I didn't wait. It got everywhere. It got on my X and everything. I had to do it over again. So we're gonna take those 2 pieces, and you're gonna take the other 2 white pieces with no X's on them. You're gonna match them up, and you're gonna take the one with the X on it and the one that doesn't have an X. Basically, you're doing the exact same thing as the head. Place it on there. Can't see the X. Leave a little area, flip it inside out, stop it, sew it up, and then if you want to, you can sew it to the head right away. Make sure that they're even and they're straight. You don't want uneven eyes. First of all, that would be really, really strange. Okay, so the head should be finished. And by the end, it should look something like this. While you're doing this, you might want to have a reference picture out. I did that. It personally took a long time to make. Okay, so the head, do the eyes. The next part is the arms. Okay, so by now you should have 4 of these cut out for his muscles. If you wanted to add them, that is. You don't really have to. But if you aren't going to add them, you have to extend this. Well, you don't really have to. Okay, so what we're going to do before we start sewing the actual arms together is you're going to take the 2 pieces that don't have black on them, black fabric paint. You're going to do the other 2 pieces. What I did with mine is because I wanted him to be able to hold around my neck, is I added Velcro on him. You don't really have to if you don't want to, so it's more like an optional thing. As you can probably can't see, I have pieces of Velcro in the shape of X because I was bored, and I have them on both sides so that when you put them together like this, it sticks together. You don't really have to if you don't want to. You can use anything really. You're going to sew that onto those 2 pieces if you want to, that is. And then afterwards, you're going to take those other pieces that you had. I wonder what's next on my playlist. Shaun of the Dead. Love that movie. Whatever. Oh, that always makes me laugh so much. Hands off him. Beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the muscle piece this time and this piece, which should be folded over, and you should have like double the amount of it if you want to. Personally, I think it's a little bit harder to put it on the fold, but you could always just cut it in half later if you want to. What you're going to do is you're going to sew the pieces together, all 3. And once you have it sewn together, it should look something like this. But the thing with the hands is you have to be very careful with that, because you don't want to end up with weird looking hands. Like you see how his hands, I'll use my hands as an example, how I have both my thumbs in the inside. You don't want to have them both like this, otherwise it's going to look a little weird. Like this. Well, this would be okay too, just doesn't matter, as long as you have them facing different directions if you want to, if you're a perfectionist like me. Okay, so after that, what you're gonna do is, if you did do the folded one, it's gonna look something like this. What you're gonna do is, these are your hands. One is gonna be the one with the stripes on them, the other one is gonna be blank. Excuse me. These will be your 2 muscle pieces, to be black, and what you're going to do is you're going to sew them along there, and then there, and then gradually what you're going to do is you're going to sew along them. You're going to fold them together, obviously, and then you're going to fold, and you're going to sew along there, leave a space, so you turn it inside out, and then stuff it. So you're going to sew all the way around, turn it inside out, and stuff it, and sew it back up. You're going to do that with all the pieces, well, with the other arm as well, I mean. And then after that, you just sew it onto Ragnarok on the body, and you're finished. Hopefully this was helpful. With me, when I made mine, it took me about 3 tries to actually get it right, and even now it still bothers me. Sorry, I'm still sick. When I first made mine, it took a long time to get the pattern correct, I would say. It took me 3 tries, like I said. The first time I tried it, I made the pattern way too small, and well, his arms were like this long, and I tried many things at the head. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to message me, email me, whatever. Hopefully this helps, and if it didn't, if you're stuck on a step, just message me and I will try to respond as soon as possible and help you walk through it. Bye!